Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am super excited and so thankful that you all are here and are joining us on this day. Today, I have the extreme pleasure to introduce such a phenomenal group of young guys who have done an extraordinary work and who's a part of the Tulsa Initiative. The Tulsa Initiative is a digital mentoring platform for Black males ages 18 to 24. Throughout the program, these young men have met with entrepreneurs, have talked about, learned about entrepreneurship, and have also did business plan. And today they would do their business pitch. Today we have 7 young men who are all competing for funds to help enhance or jumpstart their business. Along with these 7 young men, we also have 3 phenomenal judges who are here to select and pick which young men we will be awarding funds to help enhance their business. All of these investors that we have here today are extraordinary Black men in their community, are extraordinary entrepreneurs. Our first judge that we will have is Mr. Darren. Mr. Darren is a longtime educator, a superintendent for over 20 years, who has done extraordinary work in his community, and also a Tulsa Shark Tank investor. Our next judge is Mr. Tyson McKinney. Mr. McKinney is an entrepreneur. He currently serves as the CEO of Just Black. Just Black is an app that helps Black businesses gain exposure to enhance the Black community. Our next judge is Mr. Greg Carson. Greg Carson is an investor, real estate investor, as well as on his own truck fleet company. Mr. Carson is also a Shark Tank investor. Our next judge is Mr. Thomas Gaines. Thomas Gaines is also an investor and currently serves working for one of the biggest companies in corporate America right now. He's also a huge investor of the Tulsa Shark Tank. Our next investor is, guess what? Mr. Grant Bennett. Mr. Grant Bennett currently serves as the executive director of the 26 Project located in Fayetteville, North Carolina, a nonprofit that is aimed to supporting Black and brown kids in their community. Our next judge is Mr. Brenton Logan. Mr. Brenton Logan currently works for Amazon Web Services, where he's a program manager and currently is serving as a board member of the Tulsa Initiative and is also a Tulsa Initiative Shark Tank investor. We also have Mr. Aaron Wingram. Mr. Aaron currently serves working at a capital firm. He's also the senior pastor of Christ is in all inner city ministries. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to currently welcome all of our judges. Judges, with it is great honor that we have you here today. And guess what? We're going to jump right into this thing. We have some young men who have been working hard, and we are excited to share with you what they have been working on. So, our first participant that we will have coming to give his business plan is Mr. Alafia Bailey. Alafia Bailey served as the CEO of Heal Thy Mental. As we're waiting for Mr. Alafia Bailey to come on, hey, I encourage you to check out our website at www.tulsanonprofit.org. Also, make a donation. We're a nonprofit organization that is making impact in our community to support Black and brown communities. And we want you to be a part of what it is in the movement of what it is that we are doing in Black and brown community. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome to present to you Mr. Alafia Bailey.
One second, I'm sharing my screen. All right, look. Hello, everybody. My name is Alafia Bailey, and I'm the owner and the CEO of Heal Thy Mental. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Heal Thy Healthy Mental. So my company is Heal Thy Mental. All right. So what is Heal Thy Mental? Our mission statement is Heal Thy Mental is a nonprofit 501c3, a business addressing and to raise awareness of mental health in our society by promoting statements that call out and uplift mental health from a holistic standpoint. When I mean holistic, I mean from viewpoints of things that are not man-made and things like therapy, herbs, like yoga and things like that. You will see that later in the presentation about how we can heal mental health verbally on a holistic standpoint. Our values are for Heal Thy Mental is we want to shape a loving attitude through a holistic and an honest community to mental health. All right, so what are our products and what is our brand promote for mental health? So our first is the Therapy is Dope collection. So in the Black community, I feel like which is very true. We rarely ever talk about mental health and going to therapy. That is a very like short and a low conversation that does not get brought up in our community, and it is very important to talk about that. And my company will bring out that conversation whenever you see these type of shirts. So Therapy is Dope Black Queen. You know what I mean? Therapy is dope black girl, and therapy is dope black king, and therapy is dope black boy. So if I was a younger guy and a young king seeing another young male wearing therapy is dope, I'm like, yo, we should start having this conversation about mental health and see why therapy is a dope way to holistic heal for our mental health. Because we have been through so much mental health and trauma in our Black community. I feel like it's very important to actually heal and actually go through therapy to actually heal our mental health and our trauma from our past. My next one is mental health matters. All right, so if I'm walking around as a Black young male and I see Black mental health matters, I must like take into consideration why mental health matters overall as a young Black male. All right, so our prices for our shirts are $25, and our colors for our shirts are black, and like over time they will come into other colors as well, and they come in all sizes. So with this selection and a collection, Black mental health matters is a statement from Heal Thy Mental to promote mental health in the Black community. And then another holistic way to heal is yoga. And we have yoga heals your mental, because yoga does heal the nervous system, and yoga is a holistic way of healing your mental health, and it does connect with your brain and stretching and things like that. It's a way of exercise to actually heal your mental health as well. Then we have plant-based yoga and cannabis. So plant-based is to talk about a plant-based diet, then yogi, and then cannabis with the new market that is coming up with CBD is a big thing of holistic healing with herbs and things like that. Then I have plants over pills. So basically, I'm trying to promote in the Black community what Heal Thy Mental is. We should start using plants and herbs to heal our mental trauma and our mental issues overall. As we go along on our healing journey. Then we have face masks as well. So our three face masks are Speak Peace, Speak Love, and Mental Health Matters, and those are $15. And those colors are black. And later on, we will implement different colors through that time. Then we have a journal collection. So we have My Healing Space, and then we have As I Write, I Heal. These are two important statements I feel like is important to our mental health, like specifically as Black people, because I feel like we really don't, like talk about it or like mention or write things down. Because as we write, we actually heal. I mean, if you actually try that out, I mean, you will actually like start to heal and write down your thoughts, what's bothering you, things like that. So I feel like this product will actually help us as a community to actually write down things that will go along on our healing journey. So right now our price is no answer, because we're still looking for like different journals to purchase and trying to figure out a common price to pitch out to people and to our customers as well. And our main color is black. So why and who are you investing in? So again, I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Alafia Bailey. I'm a psychology major at Howard University and Africana Studies minor as well. So my main field is psychology and mental health. And right now is my starting journey to healing mental health and bring up the topic of mental health in the Black community. So after my 4 years of college, and right now it's just my journey of having this business to talk about mental health in the community. But after college, my main goal is to have my own herb shop where people could come in a local Black community where we come in and holistically heal as a unit and as one. I feel like if you guys invest in me, you guys are starting a journey of seeing a young Black king go and heal mental health and bring up topics that need to be had in our community. All right, Heal Thy Mental. Thank you guys for seeing my presentation. I hope you guys invest in me. And if there are any comments I would like to answer, any question I'd like to answer as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alafia. Great job. And so at this time, we're going to have our judges to come back on the screen, and we're going to enter into our Q&A from the judges.
Awesome. I'll kick it off. I'm Brenton Logan. I'd first like to say great presentation, Alafia Bailey. I'm right here in the DC area with you. So I really just have one question. Have you did any research regarding the CBD oil and like how you think that will, I guess, continue to play effect in mental health as time progresses?
Oh, of course. So CBD oil is called it's a cannabis called cannabinoid oil. Like breaking down CBD. So in marijuana, you have cannabis. We're trying to stay away from the word marijuana because marijuana is a word that is like racially profiled in the Black community. So cannabis is a herb from the earth that you could use to heal anxiety and depression, like to make you calm down, relax, or focus. I mean, that's why I put it on the shirt, like to actually promote things. Like it's the same thing as like lavender or ashwagandha, like it's like that type of herb to help with anxiety. So that's what CBD helps with as well. And then also it's getting recommended in the medical field as well, the pharmaceutical system, because CBD actually helps with people who have autism, and people who have autism who have strokes. CBD actually helps them like cope with that as well. So that helps as well. So that's why I'm really big in on CBD.
Nice, I appreciate it.
Good job.
Tyson McKinney speaking. How are you doing, Alafia?
I'm doing good.
Good, man. My question for you is more so of a numbers guy. I've seen the prices of your the things that you want to sell. Have you broke down the profitability of things that you're going to sell as pertains to how much you're putting into it? And, what would that return look like for you?
Overall, so like main shirts I would like buy are like $15, and then plus added on with shipping, it's like around like $4 to $5. Like right now, our prices really aren't set all the way because we're still like trying to like expand out in the market, like see what's right for our I guess like price range for our consumers, things like that. So overall, like depending on how many shirts we really sell, it's a number that goes up and down. But probably from each shirt, most likely around like $5 to $10 each. So yeah.
Got you. What I would tell you is make sure that you really iron that out, because you want to know, you don't want to be spinning your wheels, and you want to make sure that whatever you put out there, you're getting a level of return so that you can feed your business as you feed yourself, as you feed the community. So you want to make sure that you're get that squared out the way, ironed out, and know that, hey, at the end of the day, I'm still getting a return on my business. Because if you don't have a return on it, it's nothing more than a hobby. So make sure that you iron that out so you can get a return.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Alafia, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm a recent Morehouse grad from the psych department, man. So it's good to hear brothers in the psych department still holding it down.
For sure. I love.
Definitely, man. I wanted to just ask, what do you think makes your brand different from other mental health brands?
I think overall makes my brand different is, first, I'm a Black male, and you barely see any Black males out here like talk about mental health. Like people might think, oh, you mental health, what are you talking about? You weak. I mean, you lame. Like, nah, I'm different. You know what I mean? So I think like just from the foundation of a Black male, like a Black king talking about mental health is really like important, and what really like sets me apart from that. So that's why I really think just being a Black male.
Hello, Alafia. Aaron Wiggum here. I have a question for you. What made this your passion around the herbs and around mental health? How did you tie the two together, and what made you passionate about this?
So first, I would say my experiences at Howard University, went through really bad anxiety and depression, and I'm just like trying to figure out like ways to actually like heal like the correct way. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to take Xanax and pills and things like that, because that could just like suppress the mental illness and not actually heal it. I mean, so one time, Drew Hall over there on Georgia Avenue near Howard University, there's a spot called Blue Nile. And Blue Nile is an actual herb shop, black-owned business, a young black male, and he sells herbs. And I went in there one day. I was like, I'm having really bad like depression, anxiety. I can't focus on my work. Like, I don't know what to do. He was like, first thing you do is meditate, do some yoga, and actually take some herbs. You know what I mean? And the first herb that he told me to take was sea moss, because I had really low energy. So like sea moss was one big herb that he told me to take. I actually recommend that to all of you guys as well, as young black male as well. It helps with testosterone and energy levels. And then he told me to get on that CBD. So like CBD was actually a good component to my anxiety and depression. So like after that, I'm like, why not be a young black male, healthy, vegan, and actually get on a journey of herbalistic healing? So yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Alafia, can you tell us just a little more? I think we have a few seconds left. A little more about how your business will impact your local community.
Oh, specifically right now, I am in Houston, Texas. So in my local community, I just know I do have like a really good like presence in my local community. So I think just like connecting with people on social media, just overall being a black male and just impacting my community overall. On a local level, like just knowing who I am and people I can connect with will actually impact them like right away. Just talking about mental health. You know what I mean? I know bros in high school who don't talk about mental health as well. You know what I mean? So if I tell them about this shirt and this idea, they're like, therapy is dope. Let me go heal my trauma. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Alafia, thank you so much for your presentation. We appreciate the work that you're doing in your community and wish you the best on all of your future efforts.
Sir, appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. All right, guys. So we're just warming up, man. That was our first participant, Alafia Bailey, the CEO of the Heal Thy Mental. Coming up, we have Quandee Carter, who will be coming to give his business pitch and explain why he should be the next person to get invested from Tulsa Shark Tank. Quandee Carter, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Quandee Carter, and I present to you Hustle and More LLC. Hustle and More, we are here to achieve more the right way. And a little about us and the team. You have me as the CEO, and I am looking to add to my team the vice president, a head of sales, creative, and marketing director. A little about us. We are established this year. We are a clothing brand that influence and educate generations on personal finance and wealth management. Also, our vision for Hustle and More is to be a premier private business, globally recognized as leaders to educate youth, teenagers, and young adults. And we serve organizations, schools, and communities to transform lives financially. Hustle and More is here to solve 3 problems. One of the problems that I recognize is that financial literacy is lacking in our community. 76% of millennials lack basic financial knowledge. And also there's a deficit in the Black community about basic financial literacy. Problem 3, no one is promoting or discussing basic financial literacy enough or early enough to detect our future financial problems within our community. To solve these problems, the first solution for me was to create a clothing line. And the clothing line is there to use to pretty much promote financial literacy through a marketing aspect by providing tip cards on financial literacy and tips on how people can better their finances and also financial terms. Solution 2 is through an academy where young adults and teenagers that are from the ages of 13 to 23 can come together and get a curriculum on how they can start their finances and get terms, and also identify the issues early before becoming an adult. And the third solution is a mentorship program where they can get the continuous mentorship program from someone where they can continue to get advice, tips from that individual. Our product or service. The product is the clothing line. Our clothing line, we will serve for t-shirts by putting slogans, tips on the product. Also, the t-shirts, we're looking to sell those for about $25.80. And the second one is the academy for continuous learning. We don't have a price set yet for that. That's coming later in the future. And also another product is another service that we will do is a shirt for one, a shirt for all. So every time someone purchases a shirt, one is given to someone who is in need. Our target market is teenagers, young adults, college students between the ages of 13 to 23. Competitive advantage. I believe I have a competitive advantage because I am tackling the financial literacy education early for individuals that don't know anything about finances. A lot of people don't know anything about the terms for financial literacy. A lot of individuals call into their banking institutions and don't understand what's going on. So it's better for us to understand. It is better for us to understand how those things work early. So when we become adults, we can start teaching our kids the financial literacy information as well. Future roadmap for Hustle and More. Our first step is to go ahead and launch our clothing line fall of this year. Our second step is to go ahead and launch our program called A Shirt for One, A Shirt for All, where every time one shirt is being brought by an individual supporting the need of supporting the financial literacy education, another shirt is being given to someone who is in need. And the third is to go ahead and create the Financial Literacy Academy in summer of 2021. In winter of 2021, go ahead and start the mentorship program where individuals can get the continuous mentorship from Hustle and More. Also, you can contact us at the number that's provided below in the email, and you can also visit our website once we launch in fall 2020. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Quandi. And at this time, we will invite our investors to come back to the screen for Q&A.
Quandi, Thomas Gaines here speaking. Thanks again for this. We really appreciate it. This is a great presentation. My question to you is, well, where was the decision? How did you come about the decision to drop the clothing line first before the actual academy to actually promote and build up the financial literacy? Where did the idea come from to kind of build up that brand first before we go into the actual program?
Yeah, absolutely. So that decision came about because I actually have experience in the industry of banking and finance. So I work with consumers over the phone every day. And I spoke with a lot of people around our age that don't know anything about finances. But first, it's always important to promote your business to get your name out there, and then go ahead and add on after you already have your name out there. So I just thought it was better to start the clothing line first so I can have a marketing aspect to lean on, and then go ahead and start the academy where I can continue to market and get additional people.
Awesome. Thanks. I did have a follow-up if no one has a question. So from your t-shirt line, what are your profit margins looking like as investment to go back into the business to kind of build up for that the actual financial literacy program that we spoke about?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand your question.
Yeah, so from selling your t-shirts, what type of profits or revenue are you looking to bring in to have that money to reinvest into back into your business to kind of build up this program, this financial literacy program that we're looking to?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking to put at least 5% of my profit back into the academy.
Cool.
I thought it was a good presentation, but tell us a little more about the academy. What costs are associated with participants, those who you would like to bring into the academy?
So with the academy, I have not made a decision on the cost as of yet, as I'm continuing to grow my team. I first want to continue to grow the team, and as I plan, then I would be able to meet with the team and see what cost we would be able to think is affordable. But I had an idea for about no more than $30 for the academy, because I want it to be affordable, because these are teenagers and young adults that don't have any funds or money.
All right. Well, there's no more questions from the judges. We want to say thank you so much, Quandie Carter. We wish you great luck on all of your future endeavors as being an entrepreneur and CEO of your company. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Super excited. We have, as you can see, we have phenomenal young men. And our next guest, Shark Tank participant, is Mr. Justice Hauser. Justice Hauser currently serves as the Chief Executive Officer of Skyrocket Social Media Management.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm getting my screen shared right now. Give me 1 second. All right. Am I good to go, Q?
You're good to go, brother.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Justice Hauser, and I am the CEO and founder of Skyrocket Social Media Marketing. I just want to take this time to thank the judges and the whole team at the Tulsa Initiative for putting together a great 8-week program. I really had a great time meeting all of the other kings that are CEOs here and just learning from everybody. And I appreciate you for being a great mentor. So Skyrocket Social Media Marketing is a digital marketing agency that specializes in designing and executing effective social media strategies for individuals and organizations, large and small. Our mission is to help businesses and brands build relationships with their followers and community, make more money, and boost overall brand awareness by telling their unique brand story. Our history. So we were actually founded in November 2016. That top left image is very, very special to me. I was 16 years old at the time, and it was the first day that I decided to go door to door from business to business, basically soliciting my service. I worked really hard on putting together this one page, and I really thought it was really cool. That means a lot to me. That's that picture. And then these other 3 pictures are most recently from this year. So again, we're headquartered in Birmingham, Alabama. I established the business as an LLC in October of last year, and currently we're owned and operated by college students. So again, I own the business, and I have about 5 active college students that work with me. So our services are sponsor ad management, private and group training, social media account setup, content production, graphic design, and just to show you some examples. So again, when you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and you see sponsored, that's the type of campaign that we actually specialize in building. Here are 3 of our different clients. You can see that they're all in different niches and different they do different work, and that's a big thing to me is I want to be able to offer our services to everybody. These are all 3 different types of campaigns. So one was for Alpha Phi Fraternity and Quarter headquarters in Baltimore. That's about one of 8 campaigns that we've created for them. My New Jewelry Box is a jewelry company located here in Montevallo where I go to school. And then Total Cell Phone Repair, they have a couple different locations around Birmingham, but just a couple of our clients. Here are a couple images from my training services. So the top left is with Unity Christian Center, did an on-site private training with their social media team. The top right is a social media master workshop. So that's another one of our premium services that I offer to entrepreneurs at New Vision Christian Church in Helena, Alabama. And the bottom session is a private consulting session that I offer via Zoom. So this is just some example of some of our content production services. John Morris is actually a divorce and child custody lawyer in Montgomery, Alabama. And when we were working with him, again, we would go in monthly just to create different content and give him stuff to post. And this is just some example of some of the videos. Although these are not videos, here they actually are videos. I just didn't want to take up too much time. And here are a couple of our graphic designs that we put together for clients. Again, just to quickly go through how to book us, we do rank on Google organically, so I don't spend any money on SEO or anything. But again, you can go to our website. We have a booking tab where you can look through all of our services and choose which one works for you. And then you can kind of book a session with us with your best date time. So now we can go into pricing. Our sponsored ad management prices start at $100 for individuals and $500 for businesses. The difference between those two is that the business level, you'll get access to our videographer and photographer. And at the individual level, you have to provide your own content and you'll work with the social media specialist. Our private and group training sessions are all currently run by me. Again, that starts with the free social media marketing expo, which is live streamed every 2 weeks. And then we can set up private training and strategy consultations, as well as group workshops and private workshops. We also do social media account setup services. So again, we will create social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn. And then we'll also set up an ad account for you, which will allow you to run ad campaigns from those different platforms, some of them. Content production. So again, we're building a network of photographers and videographers eventually everywhere. Right now we're starting in Birmingham, but again, we can pair you with professional photographers and videographers in order to get all that content that you need. And we also partner with graphic designers to deliver graphic design setup packages, which is everything you need, like profile pictures, cover photos, and different call to action graphics, and then posting packages where we'll put together posts for you every single month. For client acquisition, so again, we sponsored in building ad campaigns for our clients, but we also built them for ourselves. Organic growth strategies like contests, giveaways, and things like that. Again, we're also going to be posting great content with great information, and a lot of this content is going to be for free through YouTube and our social media accounts, and then automated lead gen and booking via website. So again, we do have lead pages set up, and we do have a website that people can book through, which I just showed y'all. Again, our market. So in the United States right now, there are over 30 million small businesses, and a small business is somebody under 500 employees. So again, there's a lot of opportunity out there. Every single year, 627,000 new businesses are registered. And again, right now, about 75% of small businesses have accounts, but only 51% post frequently. So what that says to me is that there's a tremendous market out there to growth and people that we can actually offer our services to. And why would they choose Skyrocket? What makes us different? So not only are we young, but we have multiple years experience in social media marketing. So again, I've been doing this for about 4 years now. Spent a lot of money, over $1,000, or probably over $2,000, just learning programs, books, different things in order to get myself to where I can be in order to help people. We have proven growth strategies and a management process. Our teams are customer focused. And again, we just have a tremendous opportunity for growth. And this is how we are going to grow. So by developing brand awareness, by offering access to workshops, different information and strategies to leverage social proof. So again, basically all that's saying is we're willing to do things differently in order to get our name out there. I do a lot of stuff for free, just in exchange for reviews on Google or Facebook or word of mouth. Again, we're looking to recruit some talented professionals all around the country eventually in order to help us deliver our social media marketing services. So again, I'm currently working on developing an employee handbook, on developing my SOPs and just some other different things to really enable us to be able to take this platform global. And then next, just expanding the customer experience and ease of use through the development of a Skyrocket platform and app. So again, just different technology to allow us to make it easier for our clients to book us, easier for them to get their work done, and also easier for them to connect with different professionals who can do work for them. And that's the last thing that I had.
All right. Thank you so much, Justice Hauser. At this time, we will invite our judges back to the screen for Q&A.
Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Hey, I have a few questions, and hopefully you can answer those for me. Is how would you gauge the effectiveness and and the logistics of, and what are your logistic accomplishments that you have done so far, and how many followers do you have?
Okay, so there's a couple different questions there. So again, we've worked with, as far as gauging the effectiveness of the campaigns, we're tracking analytics constantly. So we use a couple different platforms. Facebook offers some good analytics, and what we're usually tracking, if we're running ad campaigns, we're going to be tracking conversion rates off of those ads. So again, how many people are clicking, how many people are buying. If we're just running, if it's just like tracking posts, what we're tracking there is just the engagement. So likes, comments, shares. And then we're tracking different things off of that. So again, we're tracking the time of day that our clients are posting. We're tracking maybe like the different aesthetics in the image. So whether they're using a blue background, a background, all those things can be tested, and we can see what can work better. Facebook also even tells us like age demographics, gender demographics, and stuff like that. So that's what we try to, track very closely. I believe your next question, I'm sorry, can you repeat the other questions? I don't want to.
Great. Thank you for that answer. My next question would be, how many, what's your following base? How many followers you have? Because I know that plays a big role in whenever you're marketing for other people, is your following base and how many will actually see what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we're not running any of this actual stuff from our account. So I've been able to sustain without even, so I'm about to do a big hiring push, but I don't run a lot of sponsored ads. So I've operated for the past 2 years straight off of word of mouth. But with that being said, some of our clients and some of their following. So again, right now, our biggest client is Alpha Phi Alpha headquarters. And again, just last week, they had their inaugural House of Alpha week. And I've led the charge to, I boosted up their posting. So I worked with them for about 4 months. And I mean, we just turned everything around. So we took them from posting from about 5 to 6 times per week to about 15 to 18 times per week. They went from doing no webinars to we do on average, about 5 webinars per month. And we do this through this platform here, which is StreamYard, and I'm running all of those. And then I also do all of the video editing and stuff like that for them. But again, just to talk numbers wise, last week, we had over 1.25 million impressions organically for the first ever House Alpha Week. And all that came from the programming that we did kind of leading up to planning. We really amped up posts. We amped up webinars. Last week, we did 8 webinars. So like different things like that. But what I specialize in is just designing those strategies and executing them.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, bro.
Hey, Grant. Hey, Justice. This is Brenton. How's it going?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Question for you. So if awarded the funds, what would you do with them? You kind of rolling. You talk pretty fast, which is cool. But what would you do with the funds if you're rolling? You have big clients like Alpha Phi Alpha. What would you do?
Absolutely. So again, it would go directly to our marketing. So again, like I said, I haven't run ad campaigns, but I'm looking to recruit different workers. So specifically photographers and videographers all around the nation. I'm going to start here in Birmingham, but again, what that would be used for is ad spend to get that message out in front of them. Like again, I just launched some of the graphics on my personal page, but I'm looking to really launch that hiring campaign in the next 2 or 3 weeks to start getting some of those photographers, videographers. I need some social media managers as well, but it will go straight towards marketing.
Nice, man. You're doing some awesome work.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, brother.
Hey,
sounds really good, Justice. I got a question for you around how does this align with your work in the ministry? You started off talking a little bit about the church. How have you bolstered their representation in Birmingham? Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, it's crazy. So I probably worked with churches the most out of any niche. So again, I try not to stick down in one lane. But again, I've gotten a lot of work from the church. So again, I actually started every single Sunday. I still work in the audio video ministry at my church. So I produce every single live stream that goes out for my church. I started off their social media pages, like I said. I trained at Unity Christian Center. We just did some work for Galilee Missionary Baptist Church in Alabaster, right down the road, setting up their live streaming capability. In Raymer, a couple weeks ago, we did a video for we did a video for Greater Pleasant Hill AME Zion Church in Raymer, Alabama. So I actually do a lot of work with the church, specifically around setting up social media pages, setting up live stream capabilities. But yeah, I mean, that's where, like I said, every single Sunday I'm in the church live streaming. So, that definitely is has played a big role in my success.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Justin, I'd like to understand your the first bit of your business plan a little bit better, your business model with the workshops. Are you using the workshops as a means of just training individuals, or is this in hopes of gaining more customers for your marketing services?
Yep. So it's a couple things. So the expo is the free version. The expo is we can have up to 50 people actually in the expo at a time. Again, that's free, a 1 hour session. And it basically goes over a lot of information, but doesn't dive too deep into how. And then the workshop is the upsell to that. So again, what the workshop is, this is a 2.5 hour session, and we're going to go through the whole 9 yards. Again, you saw that we had a couple levels of the workshop. Group workshop. Basically, that means that you may be in this workshop with up to 10 people who own other businesses. A private workshop is where you can have just your own businesses with up to 3 people. So with that being said, again, the upsell is if you're in a group workshop, you have plenty of opportunities to answer questions, but I won't be able to cater everything specifically to you. Whereas in a private session, if you're a restaurant, I'm going to tell you every single thing, all the restaurant information I can give you. So that's where that upsell comes. Also built into the pricing is post workshop consultation hours. So again, $100 you just get 1 ticket to a group workshop. $140 you get 1 ticket plus 2 post workshop hour consulting. And again, that just goes up the ladder depending on which exact package you choose.
Justice, thank you so much for joining us and for your presentation. I wish you well on all of your future endeavors and Skyrocket social media management. Thank you again.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity. Y'all have a good one.
All right, everyone. I'm super excited, man. This thing is going. I'm super excited for all of you that are with us. We have about 40 of you on Facebook, about 35 of you on YouTube. So we do ask that you share the link. Let's share what is happening in our community, what young Black males are doing. A lot of times there's always a negative connotation when we talk about Black males. And so at the Tulsa Initiative, we're trying to change that narrative. Next, coming up, we have Elijah England, who will be our next participant.
How y'all doing? I'm Elijah England. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm an engineer by trade, certified physical trainer and a nutritionist as well. I'm also the CEO and a co-founder of Low Soul. So with our brand, we want to encourage everyone to learn, evolve, vitalize, optimize, and love self. And so our mission is to empower all of the essentials to evolve and exceed their potential. So this is our team currently. We founded in 2019, based out DMV, DC, and we came together all different majors a little bit after we graduated, and we are all athletes at Howard University. And so we were just thinking about ways to come together and it's kind of give a message, like what's our life's work. And even though we have a trade to keep up, something we wanted to do and that we were all very passionate about was encouraging people to evolve. And we were all very particular about health and wellness, passionate about health and wellness, and so we decided to come up with a brand that makes evolution a lifestyle, but take a holistic approach to health and wellness. And so that meaning, we're not offering a product that quick fix results. We want to encourage people to take their health and wellness in their hands, be proactive about their health and wellness with just their discipline and what we do with our daily lives and laying that out for each other with our programming and our services and our products. And so with our platform, we want to offer virtual personal training, virtual group and family training programs, meal planning and prepping, and also personal consultations so we can meet whoever's individual's expectations and fitness goals. The products that we offer, which is also something that we're experiencing with, is body butters. made with all natural products, essential oils, and also CBD oil, which we've recently started to experience with. We also have hair oil, lip scrub, and face spritz. And we've been experiencing with these products that are all natural, all made with essential oils and carrier oils, such as jojoba tea tree. We've sent out a couple sample products and gotten extremely great feedback on these. And this is just another vein of what we want to encourage. All natural, holistic approach to our health, wellness, and even our beauty. And so, our solutions is to the health crisis is through education, especially in our communities. There's a lack of education about health, and a lot of people feel like there's not enough time, or it's too expensive to eat healthy, and it's really just propaganda, and it's false. And so we want to encourage through our platform. Once our site is under construction, but we want to offer education for people to be proactive, about their health. And also, our products are environmentally conscious. We're also inspiring people to evolve through love and self-care. In a world where we're so connected to everyone else but disconnected from ourselves, we want our product to be our brand to be a place where someone can come and to tap back in with themselves through taking their health and wellness in their own hands. And so, our brand is one of a kind. It's a holistic approach to health and wellness, and we want to make evolution a lifestyle, empowering everyone to level up. So, this is Level So.
Eli, thank you so much for your presentation. At this time, we will invite our judges to the screen for Q&A.
And what have you done to market your product to that age group?
A lot of our marketing has been through LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. So the virtual training, a lot of that has been face-to-face, actually. And a lot of the clientele has been through word of mouth. The face products we've been experiencing with, we've sent out about 15 samples, and then a lot of those samples have just been people who've been engaging with us through social media. We've gotten surveys back, extremely great feedback. So we're gonna start just continue to just experiment with different products as far as that goes. We get a lot of our products from local vendors. Blue Nile, right on Georgia. They're a historic place on DC. We try to tap in with them a lot. But we want to keep our products natural and local vendors and other small businesses. So that's as far as the product goes. But the virtual training, that's something that's been kind of happening word of mouth. I know our site is currently under construction, but that'll be somewhere where people can go and tap back in and kind of set up consultations and just kind of make everything more organized.
Hey, Elijah, love the Thomas Gaines speaking. Love the name, man. Real cool. So if I'm understanding your business plan a little bit better with the products, so you basically seems like you're the middleman. So you buy from a particular vendor and then you're selling that to a customer as well. Am I understanding that properly?
So we've actually we mix these products. So we buy the shea butter and oils, and we mix them so it's yes and no. We're actually we're making the actual product.
Gotcha. So it's something different. So what you're buying and what you're selling to the customers are two different things.
Yeah, okay. So we're buying the oils, the essential oils, and the carrier oils, and we're putting together to make these products.
Cool. Sounds good. My second question is, so I understand the site's under construction right now, but it seems like the webinars and the seminars are kind of like a big piece of your business model. have you held any webinars or seminars at all yet? And if so, what's been the feedback and what type of content's been?
We've held a live on Level Soul, and we've gotten so right now we have about 300 followers, and we had about, I think it was like 20 people on the live. So that's still growing. The virtual training though, that was something. So I was in DC, or not DC, but Houston for the summer, and my not my daughter, my sister's dance teacher. She owns a studio. She allowed me to host a training session there, and so I did that a few times over the summer, and so I kind of started to build a clientele from that. And so since then, since I've been in DC, I've also been tapping in with some of the clientele that I got there, and with that, easily over 100 different individuals that I was in contact with in that span. So I feel like having a base in Houston and also out here in the DMV, I think I've been kind of growing. We've kind of been growing our following exponentially since then, since the summer. So yeah.
Hey Elijah, Tyson McKinney speaking. Question: how much have you guys made so far off your products?
Products alone, we've probably sold about 15 body butters. The face spritz is very new. We've sent out the sample products. We've getting good feedback about that. But yeah, really only the body butter. The body butter was kind of the first thing we started putting out. And so since in that span, only about 15. And that's only because we've only marketed it so much because we've been trying to think about the vision more so. Products is not the bread and butter of the brand per se, but it's something that we wanted to tap into because it's something that we were into. But we want to, in this time, we've been really thinking about, all right, well, what's the mission and message around our brand? So that's really to encourage and empower people with education and essentials. So when our site is up, it'll be a little more clear on what we're offering. So I intend to offer blogs and podcasts on that to talk a little bit more about the mission and the brand behind just evolving our mind, body, and how everything's connected.
Thank you so much, Eli. We definitely appreciate your presentation. Thank you so much, and we wish you great luck and success on your entrepreneur journey. At this time, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back.
What's up? My name is Justice Hauser, CEO and founder of Skyrocket Social Media Marketing, LLC, and inaugural member of the Tulsa Leadership Academy and Shark Tank. On September 12th at 7 p.m., I'll have the opportunity to share my business plan and compete for startup funding from Shark Tank Live. Over the last 8 weeks, I've had the opportunity to gather with young Black entrepreneurs from around the country to gain mentorship and training from some of the top minds in business around the world about our business plans, really working out how to master each part of the business process, and overall just facilitate thought around our businesses and what we can really be. With all that being said, the mission does not stop there though. The Tulsa Initiative cannot function without our loyal supporters and people who donate and share our mission with others, which is to cultivate minds to change lives. So please share using Cash App, our text to give application, or navigate to the donation page on our website. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And so we're getting ready to get this thing moving into the second gear with our next round of participants. We are almost at crowning the winner of the Tulsa Shark Tank. At this time, I do ask if you know anyone who can benefit from our initiatives I ask you to go to www.tulsanonprofit.org. Tell your nephew, tell your brother, tell your son, tell any black male that you know between the ages of 18 to 24. We want to know, how can we add value to their life and make impact in their life. Along with that, the truth of the matter is, hey, it takes money for this initiative to run. So everybody that's under the sound of my voice, I ask you to make a donation. You can do the text to give. The number is on the screen. You can give by Cash App at $, Nonprofit, or you can go to our website, www.tulsanonprofit.org. Click the donation tab. We solicit your investment into our young men, because we know that it takes people like you and I to make a difference in our community. Oftentimes we say Black Lives Matter, and it certainly does, but we want to make sure that we're putting our money in our mouth to that and make sure that we're creating positive impact in our community. So once again, please support the Tulsa Initiative with the donation today, be it our website, Cash App, or the text to give, the number that is going on the screen at the bottom. And at this time, we will bring on our next participant, Mr. Benjamin Powell. Ben, I believe that you're on mute. We can't hear you. You're on mute. Yeah, Ben, you're on mute. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Perfect.
All right.
Good evening. I am Benjamin Powell, the founder of the Black Psyche. The Black Psyche is a nonprofit that caters to all minority youth. We seek to take a psychological approach in assisting the youth in achieving mental health and mental growth. We will do so by providing a 6 to 8 week group therapy session that focuses on self-awareness and independent thought. We challenge each participant to break free against societal truths. We believe if they shift their mindset, that destiny will follow. Excuse me. So within the organization, we have 3 programs. The first program caters to middle and high schools. We send in a representative to meet with the school officials. So we pitch the Release and Reset program, which is the program that caters to the youth, and it's a 6 to 8 week group therapy program. We also provide therapeutic workshops, minority career fairs, college tours, and we award scholarships. Our second program is called Fill the Gap. This is where we go into colleges and universities and provide information on self-awareness, how to counsel minority youth, and practices of untraditional meditation. Our final program focuses on the church. It's called Full Immersion. This is where we fully immerse ourselves in each religion and embrace the congregation and provide them with pro bono counseling services and mental health training. So early on, I lacked essential parental guidance that was necessary for my childhood development. And so I was awarded this mentor, Mr. Justin Mack, and through our contact, I shifted my mindset. And so our contact birthed this desire to create the Black Psyche, which can be summed up in a few words, paying it forward. So why? We bring in proper mental health counseling services to communities that lack. We also bring in clinicians that look like those community members. Our nonprofit seeks to expose the lies and misconceptions concerning mental health, dismantle generational barriers, and help the participants and the communities break free of societal shackles. So through us, they will achieve self-awareness, personal growth, and unlock their true self. And in return, they will become well-structured leaders of their community and pay it forward themselves. So I ask you to help me help them break free of societal shackles, get over those hurdles, and create a new mindset towards receiving mental health counseling services. Thank you.
Good. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ben Powell. At this time, we're going to invite our judges back to the screen for Q&A.
Hey, Mr. Ben, this is Tyson McKinney speaking. Few questions. How are you planning on marketing this piece? And in the funds that you receive, what are your main focuses, and how are you going to distribute those funds to build the Black psyche?
Okay, so the first question, we're going to go in, it's word of mouth. So we're going to hit the communities. Everyone is looking, well, educational wise, they're looking for programs that work with these young people that zone in on counseling, that just zone in on mentorship. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to bridge that gap. And as far as the funding, it'll be used to go towards the creating the paperwork, the 501c3, the 1023, given some of those handout materials with the logo on it so that they can become aware of who we are and stuff like that.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ben, question for you. Great presentation, by the way. Love the idea. Definitely think it's a point in the market that we need to hit. First question, have you been able to host any of these sessions? I know you said this is supposed to be a 6 to 8 week program in order to build and develop the Black psyche. Have you been able to host any of those 6 to 8 week programs yet? And if so, was there a cost involved with having the students join or the people join and participate? And then what's the feedback that you gotten back from those sessions as well?
Okay, so not yet. I have never ran the 6 to 8 week program. So I got approved in one school before the COVID happened, and this was about a year ago. Sorry, way pre-COVID. But we didn't go on with that. I put it off. But I have several years of mentorship with Urban Youth Community and 2 years of the clinical counseling in that regards. But it's no price. It's pro bono. The funding the donations that we receive would go into bringing materials into the school, proper books, proper materials concerning mental health counseling, shirts, and different things in that matter. We will also be hosting excuse me. Go ahead.
Fine, man.
Yeah.
No, you're good, man. Appreciate it.
All right. If there's no more questions from our judges, we want to say thank you, Ben, so much for your presentation. We wish you great luck with the Black psyche. All right. Now we're getting ready for our next participant, Mr. Devin.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Devin Dunnigan, and I'm the CEO of Kingville Clothing, and welcome to your neighborhood urban clothing store. With Kingville Clothing, our objective is to being an urban fashion house, sell trending clothes, help in or teach the younger generation how to make money legally, and set the bar high in the fashion industry. Our mission is to I don't want to read everything on the screen, but our mission is to basically lead and be innovators and creative, and work with technology and go with the trend, but also making futuristic garments and pieces in the fashion industry, in the urban fashion industry, and make sure that we build that connection with our customers and the employees. About this business, Kingville Clothing, we started off as, well, I started off as like a shower thought on what I was actually going to name my business, Then later on, I established my business officially in 2015. In high school, later on, I was selling hats and socks from third-party vendors out of my backpack, and I started to rebrand. Rebrand my branding of my and I started building a team. That's when it happened when I was in college, and now we are Urban Fashion House. Okay, is my screen shared now?
Yes, we can see us.
Okay. So we started off as photographer, and after that, I later on started to have vintage. Once I did that, I made the number so I rebranded the activity to how I want to to quite deep different. And now we are urban fashion house. So um, marketing, the marketing mix, the product that we sell right now is graphic tees and hats. A place where we're at right now is e-commerce. And that touch back on the objective. My one of my goals is to get a storefront for my clothing company, and that is to help out with the so they can young generation start making legal money. To like start working in my clothing company and generate money that way, and teach them the ropes on owning their own business one day. Our prices of our graphic tees is range from $15 to $34. Now hats range from $12 to $20. Different promotion that we do from time to time is buy one get one 50% off. Buy two tees for 30 and Black Lives Matter tee. We did Black Lives Matter 25. Basically get half off your Black Lives Matter tees. How did I come up with this idea? Well, I used to actually design clothes in high school, clothing pieces like custom, only by order. And then I was big into fashion when I was younger, and so many people actually get into the fashion industry. I became a viner on Vine, and a lot of big viners had merch, and I wanted to fit in with all the other big viners, and so that's where I took it off with. And now I created a website that's Kinga Clothing. The three top problems that address is multi-seasonal. The merchandise is affordable. In the demographic that I advertise in, and also the demographics in the analytics that I study for the area that I live in. And the graphic tees are unisex. That's something that I really wanted to touch on, because a lot of people only see like men's clothes, women's clothes. I wanted everybody to feel like they can wear the same thing. Why my product is different from my competitors, but Kinga products clothing brand is different from others is because it boosts the confidence in people, and we do this thing we call engage, discover, share to get you to know you better just by giving you a product and say, hey, we got your money. And the product is designed, everything is designed by myself, and it's manufactured by someone else. I design all the garments. And
All right. Thank you, Devin, so much for your presentation. At this time, we will bring the judges to the screen for Q&A.
Did you have Darren Dowd here? Did you have actual products that you designed that you shared with us? I'm not sure I saw.
Yes, I do. I actually have some. I didn't show it on the screen. If you like for me, I can.
No. Just tell us about a couple items that you actually designed. I do think it would have been appropriate for you to share them.
So some of my pieces that I made was recently I dropped a summer collection, and it was for like I was inspired by Astro Roar by Travis Scott, and I just made a T symbol, and it was called King Be a World. So it's like kings can make sure like it's your world to build like your confidence, like you're a king. And I also did something last summer, which was a puzzle piece tee, and it was very colorful. And I did that for Pride, and I did that for the LGBTQ community.
Tyson McKinney speaking. What's the difference between you and the other clothing lines out there in the world, and the other thousands and thousands of Black Lives Matter venues? What's the difference between your product and theirs? Why should we invest in your product compared to them?
Well, I would say that my Black Lives Matter product, per se, just not saying, "Hey, Black Lives Matter, we get your money," and it goes into another product. I actually use the product to enhance the money that I actually have to I own my own scholarship to give back to the community high school that I graduated from, and I wanted to get more money to help the students like graduating seniors to fund college and things of that nature.
Got you. Do you know how much revenue you've generated thus far off your products?
So far, I would say around like since rebranding, I would say 3K since rebranding.
Thank you.
And Devin, question, is that 3K? This is Brenton speaking, by the way. Is that 3K net or in 3K in profit?
So it's 3K in profit, but then network towards myself. I break it down monthly. Since it's a clothing brand, they do fluctuate monthly on product being sold. So what was your main question again, sir?
My main question was, you say you guys do about 3K, right?
Right.
Okay, so is that 3K in profit? That means like after your expenses. So after you pay for your shirts and sell them, what are you profiting like? So if you're selling your shirts for, I think you said how much?
It was range from 15 to 34.
So if you're selling it for, let's just say $15, how much of that are you personally making off the $15?
Oh, so, okay. So per shirt, me personally, I make I pay myself per shirt, so it's like $2 per shirt or $3 per shirt, depends on how much it and the highest I ever made like off per shirt was like $5 per shirt, and then had to be like one of the most expensive shirts.
Gotcha. Thanks.
So Devin, Thomas Gaines speaking. Appreciate the presentation. So if you get the money today, we fund you today. What do you do with the money tomorrow? How close does that get you to your ultimate goal of having a storefront?
With this, I would actually hire well, I work with manufacturing companies, but I actually hired like a manufacturing company that they can actually work just only on my products only.
Thank you so much, Devin, for your presentation. We wish you great luck on your entrepreneur journey.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, now we have our last participant that will be coming up before we announce the winners. We will be announcing first place, second place, and third place. All three of these are monitorized places. And so now we will have our next participant to join us, LB Lamar Butler. As Lamar is preparing to come on the screen, I ask that if you have not checked out our website, please go to our website, www.tulsanonprofit.org. If you know a black male, a male of color, 18 to 24, we ask that you encourage him to visit our website. At this time, we will now start the presentation of our next participant, Lamar Butler.
Good evening, my beautiful, powerful, loving, wealthy, and I'm here to present changes that allow resources.
Lamar, I believe you're having technical difficulties.
I know how to do it by using my voice.
Lamar, I believe you're having technical difficulties.
Manager, Southeast.
All right. I do apologize about that. We're having technical difficulties. Well, Lamar Butler is having technical difficulties. And so we're going to give him a second to address whatever that is that we need to address. At this time, we'll go to a commercial break and we'll be back.
What's up? My name is Justice Hauser, CEO and founder of Skyrocket Social Media Marketing, LLC, and inaugural member of the Tulsa Leadership Academy and Shark Tank. On September 12th at 7 p.m., I'll have the opportunity to share my business plan and compete for startup funding from Shark Tank Live. Over the last 8 weeks, I've had the opportunity to gather with young black entrepreneurs from around the country to gain mentorship and training from some of the top minds in business around the world about our business plans, really working out how to master each part of the business process, and overall just facilitate thought around our businesses and what we can really be. With all that being said, the mission does not stop there though. The Tulsa Initiative cannot function without our loyal supporters and people who donate and share our mission with others, which is to cultivate minds to change lives. So please share using Cash App, our text to give application, or navigate to the donation page on our website. Thank you.
All right. Like I said, we're waiting on LB, the motivator. LB, can you hear us now? Can we hear you?
Yes, I'm hoping, the devil's busy. The devil is busy. We good? Are we good?
We hear you perfectly now.
Oh, yes, the devil's not going to stand in the way. I refuse. Good evening, my beautiful, powerful, loving, wealthy, successful, and generous queens and kings. My name is Lamar Butler, and I'm here to present to you LB the Motivator. We're creating world changers and hope dealers. So the whole premise of this business is that we are going to create spaces that cultivate holistic development for students and individuals who have been historically oppressed or historically not given access to resources and opportunity. The only way I know how to do this is by using my voice. So we're going to change the world and make it a better place by empowering others and providing that access. It's about hope. We are currently based out of the Southeast United States, and it's myself as the CEO, and my brand is managed by the Rock Solid Multimedia Production Company. So what is the whole strategy? Our playbook is we're going to use empowerment and hope and follow the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we're going to develop programs and products that cater specifically to the needs of all people. We're going to target the youth, and that's the future generation. My youth products are going to include a classroom that is a development program, and also we're going to do speaking engagements. So schools offer a lot of different programming, and this would be my way to be involved in the school without necessarily being a teacher. There's also products for self-improvement. We have your best life coaching sessions, and we're going to create financial literacy workshops that are going to be about living in abundance. We have a slew of future products that are going to last us until 2030 and beyond. So please don't be hesitate to invest in us. So the hope. I got to this point of wanting to do this because my family. I've lost my mother. I've been through trial. I've been through tribulation. My story of pain and what I've been through hasn't defeated me. But each and every day I wake up, I'm hopeful of a better tomorrow. And I want to take the hope that is within me and spread it to everyone that I can. Because I know if we can hope and believe in something of a better tomorrow, we will get up and keep trying. And the way I plan to market is word of mouth. Students I've already taught, people I've already worked with, spreading the news, using social media ad campaigns, but also creating a network of all individuals who have been involved in the program, whether they were a student or whether they came through a self-improvement workshop. We're going to have a network that is going to help build the brand. So the problems I'm addressing, I understand after my 2 years as a teacher, I understand that many schools fail to offer diverse electives. Next thing you know, students are going to be in need of mentors, and many communities are already lacking actual exposure. With financial literacy as a huge deficit, especially in the wake of the coronavirus, the workshops are going to help uplift so many communities and provide them the necessary resources. So here's my promise to you, that if you invest in me, it's going to be an investment in us. Like, we have to, like, it really becomes imperative that you understand there are 10% of the things that happen in your life you're not going to have any control over, and it's okay. It's okay. You allow those who are in it to feel those emotions. You allow yourself to feel those emotions. You experience what you need to experience in that space when you have no control. But you got to remember that 90% of life is going to be how you react to things. How do you take on everything that happens? Whether it's death, whether it's a victory, whether it's a loss, whether it's a birth, it doesn't matter what happens in life. It's going to be more important how you in turn respond to that. Differences in our experiences in life. Like how I'm going to look at something and understand it much differently than you are, right? So you got to get yourself to a point where you're looking at life and you're understanding what's in your control, what's not in your control, and then those things that and then having that wisdom to understand the difference and then react accordingly. If it's not in your control, you take it to God. Like if you can't do anything about it, literally, it's one of those situations where you take it to God, you leave it at His feet, because there's nothing you can do. Like there's literally nothing you can do, right? But when it is in your control, you take the small steps to eventually bring it to where something is now different. You've made a change. You've affected a positive difference. That's when it's in your control. Sometimes it's going to be small steps. Sometimes it might be large steps. But when it's in your control, you should do everything in your power to get a result that you can be satisfied with, right? But when it's not, you got to leave it to God. And again, feel free to experience emotion. Like it's okay. Like the other day, like I didn't like people. I wasn't in like a people mood. Like I didn't want to deal with people. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just kind of wanted to be by myself, right? And I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, okay, it's okay for me to feel this way as long as I don't stay here. That's the key. It's okay to feel your emotion. It's okay to have your experiences, but it's not okay to stay in those things that are not positive for you. You got it? Invest in me so that we can have a better tomorrow.
Thank you so much, LB, the Motivator LLC. At this time, we're going to invite our judges back on the screen for Q&A. And while our judges are coming back to the screen, I want everyone to know we are moments away from announcing the Shark Tank winner. Moments away from announcing the Shark Tank winner. At this time, we will start our Q&A with the judges.
Hey, Lamar, I'm Brenton. Can you hear me?
Hey, yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Great presentation.
Thank you.
2 questions for you, though. 2 questions. So, you know, I don't know if you mentioned or maybe I missed it, but what would you use to fund? Like, what are we investing in exactly? When you say invest in me and they'll invest in us.
So, an investment in me will help. Also, the money that is invested in me will help build the business of being able to travel and speak in multiple locations. But also, like these after-school programs and summer programs that are coming in the future, I'll be able to take that money and funnel it into as resources for the students. Many times, programs can't get started. I did a leadership program when I was a teacher, and money and resources sustain students coming. They need food, they need transportation, they need a lot of things to be involved in these programs. So the money that's invested into me as LB the motivator, not only is it going to build the platform to spread positivity, but also be used to help students.
Awesome. One last question, more personal. I guess, who motivates you if you motivate everybody else?
Honestly, that's going to be God, my mom, my family, and my girlfriend. I'm extremely motivated by these people because these are the ones I feel I'm going to put them on my back and make sure they're okay. No matter what I do, I'm going to make sure they stay okay, and I'm going to follow everything that God directs me to do.
Nice. No Les Brown, no Eric Thomas, but that's cool.
Those are great motivators, but they can't be my why. They inspire me to do this stuff, but they can't be my why. Those people are my why.
Got you. Nice response.
Hey, Lamar, this is Grant Bennett, man. I wanted to kind of tap into your train of thought when the pandemic hit and how that shifted, you know, what you do with your brand and with your company.
Man, when the pandemic hit, I actually went into kind of a dark place myself, struggling with teaching and what that transition is going to be, and struggling with what I want my life to be after the pandemic. So for me, it took time to really reflect on what I was going to do and who I was going to be, and then realize everything I had been planning, I had already been doing. It's about the consistency. It was about picking myself up and not being defeated by this challenge that had arose, but rather figuring out how can I navigate. So I switched to being able to do more virtual things, staying in touch with people virtually, being more willing to be on social media. And that pivot has allowed me to also take a chance to say, you know what? Maybe I can work on my camera work. Maybe I can work on the quality of the videos, the quality of my voice on camera. What can I do to keep improving so that when the pandemic ends, not only do you want to be with me virtually, but you want my energy inside the room with you.
Great answer, brother. Continue to inspire us, man. Continue to inspire us.
Thank you.
Hey, Lamar, thanks for the presentation. My question to you is, what's your plan for continuously bringing in revenue? So if you get the funds today, you use it to travel to 3 events and speak at 3 events. After you use up the funding, where do you go from there?
So I'm also building a YouTube platform. So I'm building a YouTube platform that's going to feature a different mini series of what I want to do. Some that's going to be broadcasting the good work of other people and communities, but also this thing of risk and reward. Encouraging people to take a great risk, because sometimes we have to take these leaps of faith, and you're going to be rewarded for that. So creating these platforms so people can follow work that I'm doing and also get in touch with other great individuals, that creates ad revenue from YouTube. Booking the engagements, partnering with school districts, that creates contracts, that creates a stream of revenue that's going to continue, because once I've shown the school that I'm impacting and I'm doing it well just speaking, it encourages them to want to bring me in as a development coordinator to create programs, to do things with their students. So we kind of use this beginning seed to just set the firm foundation for the beginning launch.
Cool. Sounds great. I just encourage you to continue to develop ways in order to kind of gauge what your impact is like in these schools. That's how they're going to bring you back. So good job. Thank you.
I'm sorry. It was breaking up a little bit, so I hope you didn't ask me a question.
No, I didn't. It was a compliment. You're good.
Lamar, I noticed that your focus has been on students. Have you looked at the market pertaining to motivating the educators in the building?
Yes. So for me, the market is initially starting with students because that's where I have my base. As a teacher, I've already been involved in many student programs and many things with students. So that's just the foundation. What I plan to do is also branch into colleges, young adults, entrepreneurs, and educators, showing everyone there's a different way and a spin you can put on everything that you're doing that thrives off of hope and entrepreneurship and this belief that you can have a better tomorrow. So showing educators how relationships with students are going to gear them towards higher academic rates. showing entrepreneurs here are some of the things that you need to hold on to. And if you're going to take a journey that's going to hit you every step of the way. And then being able to show young adults, college students, and young professionals how I've been able to navigate this space and successfully get fellowships, prestigious internships, and be a part of famous programs that are very hard to get into.
All right, if there's no more questions from the judges, we want to thank you so much, Lamar Butler with LB, the Motivator LLC. We are moments away from announcing the Tulsa Shark Tank winner. Listen, if you're on here right now and you have enjoyed what it is, the work that the Tulsa Initiative is doing, the work that these young men have done, I ask you to please make a donation. Support your community. Support organizations that are actually in the community, making impact in the community. You can make a donation on our website at www.tulsanonprofit.org, or you can visit us on text to give a donation, text to give, or you can even go to our Cash App at Tulsa Nonprofit and make a donation. As you can see, that is going across the screen right now. While our judges are tallying up their final score, I do want to recognize a few people who actually made this possible. I would like to start with our Tulsa leadership team: Larry Haynes, who served as our director of mentor; Dean Ray Sykes, who served as our director of engagements and logistics; Chelsea Brown, who currently serves as our director of community business and relations; O.C. Stroud Melvin, who serves as our assistant executive director of strategic planning and fundraising; Austin Warren, who currently serves as our assistant executive director; Manuel Fleming, who serves as our COO. I would like to also thank all of our board members, everyone who has made an impact this point forward to say, hey, we believe in Tulsa mission of cultivating minds to change lives. We want to say thank you from the bottom of our heart of what it is that you're doing for us in our community and supporting this platform. If you have not followed us on social media, please follow us at Tulsa Nonprofit on Facebook, as well as YouTube, as well as Instagram. Please make Tulsa a part of your community. And I believe I'm checking to see are the results in. All right. All right. Waiting for the final results. And so guess what? You will find out in just a minute. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. All right, so the results are in. Listen, I want everybody right now, I want you just to, right now in the comment box, I want you just to put who you believe is the winner. Right now, let's take 30 seconds. We need some engagement, 30 seconds. It's the moment of truth. Everybody right now, just put in the comment box on Instagram. I see you. I see the comments on YouTube. I see the comments on Facebook. Right now, just put who you believe the winner is. All right. All right. And so now we are announcing the winners. In third place, we have Benjamin Powell, the Black Psyche. Third place, Benjamin Powell, the Black Psyche. That comes with a $500 investment from our investors. In second place, for $750, we have Lamar Butler, LB, the Motivator. And for this year's Shark Tank winner, for $1,000, we have Justice Hauser with Skyrocket Social Media Management. I ask everyone, please congratulate these guys and all of our guys on the great work that they have done this far. And let's continue to make sure that we support Black businesses. Community is us, and we want to make sure that we support our community. At this time, we say go in peace, and we expect and look to see you again for our next Tulsa Shark Tank. You guys have a great night. Thank you.